I am informed that the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja, which is used by all Christian faith in Nigeria, was built at a cost of $30 million. I believe that we can reach a more reasonable figure for achieving such a project.
The previous government decided to invest over $400 million in a building of a church, yes, not a factory, not a hospital, not a company, a church.
DJ Pakori.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the channel. My name is DJ Pakori, aka Mazi, aka Otumba, aka Siriki. So, the new elected president of Ghana made mention of the National Christian Center, or popularly known as National Economical Center in Abuja, in his speech. And I will tell you what brought about, that whole conversation in his speech. I have the videos. I'm definitely going to share that with you. So if you don't know our new president, this is him, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Yes, sir. And so yesterday was the National Thanksgiving and Prayer Service. He decided to go and thank the good Lord for how far he's brought him and his government and his family and the nation after going through a hectic election but coming out peacefully. And so he went to thank God. And there were these things that came up, these conversations that came up about a national cathedral that the previous government decided to build for God. And then unfortunately, when he started that, he was unable to complete it. And then people were so unhappy with him, and that was some of the reasons that led to his exit from the governor seat. But the president had this to share based on what Nigerians did in Abuja. I have the National Economical Center, the National Christian Center, started around 1989. It was founded in 1989, but the completion of that project was seen in 2005. And since then, it has been a non-denominational place for all Christians that wants to worship there. Now, this was his whole argument. And let me play the video to you, why he said he is going to build something within that budget of the National Economical Center. This is what he said when he climbed the stage.
On the vexed issue of the National Cathedral, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice directed government to audit the project and investigate any misuse of public funds. Government is enjoined to follow this directive and will soon activate such an investigation into the project. But on the future of the project, the cathedral, I believe that all of us as Christians must forge a consensus on how to achieve such a project without recourse to public funds. And this project must be achieved at a reasonable cost. In the current circumstances that Ghana is going through, it makes no sense to achieve such a project at a whopping sum of $400 million. I am informed that the National Ecumenical Center in Abuja, which is used by all Christian faith in Nigeria, was built at a cost of $30 million. I believe that we can reach a more reasonable figure for achieving such a project, and together
and that was what brought the National Christian Center in Abuja in the conversation of the newly elected president, in a sense that, I mean, these are signs that we are going to have a great leadership of president. The previous government decided to invest over $400 million in a building of a church, yes, not a factory, not a hospital, not a company, a church, just for only Christian. When Ghana has different religious bodies living in it. We have Islamic, we have Christians, we have Muslims, we have Buddhists and all that. The president decided to invest $400 million, which he thinks that isn't reasonable, because that $400 million could do a lot. Because looking at the Christian or National Christian Center in Abuja, they spent just about $30 million to build that. And so to spend a whopping amount of $400 million to build one for Ghana, the logic in it is quite less. And so he's going to ensure that we stay within a minimum budget, which will make sense to the country. And I feel like that is a sign of a good leader. Because looking at the foundation of the National Cathedral that was started by the previous president, and this foundation that you see on your screen, we were told or made to believe that it cost almost $50 million, $58 million, just to dig a hole, which there is nothing significant on the land to be seen at the site. And so having our president assuring us that he is not even going to use the current location because there are better things to be done in that location. Mind you, this place was a place that had buildings already. It was not just like a bare land. It had houses of judges and other companies and other embassies there. But the previous government decided to break down all these properties just to erect church. And the current president is assuring us that he is going to do better by relocating that vision of building a national church to a different place, which means the vision hasn't changed. He also is a Christian and wants to fulfill that promises, but not on the expense of the taxpayers' money. And he said it emphatically that the churches are going to contribute, or Christians are going to contribute to even build that one that he's talking about. But before he even does that, he's going to ensure that things that are necessary, that needs to be done, should be done before building the church. Because already there are a lot of churches here in Ghana, and Ghanaians do not worship under trees. But we have Ghanaians who were schooling under trees, who had no chairs and tables to sit on to learn. So it didn't make sense for the previous government to build a church when schools were under trees. And you can see pictures of that of the Nigerian Christian center. It's beautiful and it makes sense. I mean, I'm not sure God is going to say, I'm not going to enter this church because I don't like the architectural design. This was something designed in 1989 and then completed in 2005. And it's still beautiful. People are sitting under it worshiping. And the roof hasn't fallen on their head. And so we'd like to say big thank you to Mr. President of Ghana, respect to him, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, for being such a visionary leader, leading us in the right direction. It's been just 2 weeks to a week to his government, and we've seen signs of great leadership. And for that reason, we support him and we love him for what he's doing for us. God bless you, Mr. President. We are behind you. Thank you.
DJ Paco Rich.